Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Iqbal Arrasyid.
And my name is Simfoni Bhuana.
We are from Natural Language Processing class. So today we're gonna show you our project. It's called Genre Classification of Fiction and Non-Fiction Documents using NLP for Library Management. So for the background of the problem we are solving, so the core challenge we are addressing is that the classifying books by genre is very essential, but doing it manually is slow, difficult, and often inconsistent. So this is a problem for both physical libraries and large digital platforms. Our project introduced a solution using natural language processing or NLP. We've built a system that can automatically read a document and determine its genre, distinguishing between fiction like fantasy and sci-fi and non-fiction like history or cooking. So for the objective of our project, wait. Second. Ah. So the primary objective for this project is to develop an automated NLP system that can classify document by its genre, supporting both physical and digital library operations. Specifically, the project aims to one, build a genre classification model that can accurately identify whether a document belongs to fiction or non-fiction. Two, further classify each document into specific subgenres. For example, for fiction, we have fantasy, science fiction, romance, and horror. And for non-fiction, we have history, cooking, and biography. Three, provide a solution that helps librarians determine appropriate shelf placement for new books without manual review. Four, enable digital libraries and ebook platforms to automatically tag and organize large volumes of uploaded text content. And then the last one, use the modern transformer-based models or BERT in terms of accuracy and effectiveness in genre classification. Next part is the method used. This part will be explained by Symphony.
Okay, thank you, Iqbal. Now we move on to our Google Colab Python script. Now we are using a transformer-based NLP, which is BERT. So we will import some essential libraries into our Google Colab. And we have a data set called genredata.csv. So inside that CSV file, it has a collection of data that contains the text of which genre is this book belong to. So it has text and label. So each text will already have a label in it. And what does this label number means? It is already being put in here that 0 is fantasy, 1 science fiction, 2 romance, 3 horror, 4 history, 5 cooking, 6 biography. So it has been classified as the true data in this .csv file. So we will import that data into our Python script, and we will tokenize and use that data to train our model. So we will also split it into training and testing, and then train the model, and it will have 10 epochs to avoid overfitting of the data, so it can be more flexible to predict it. And so after we train the model, we will also have an accuracy testing to show how accurate is it for the prediction. So when we run this code, as you can see, it will result in a decrease in validation loss. So it was at the first epoch, it was almost 1.8 validation loss, but as more epoch is being done, it will decrease into 1.1 validation loss, and the accuracy will increase from 0.42 into 0.78, which means it has an accuracy of 78.5%. Now we have a sample of prediction. So we have written in the code that the spaceship silently drifted past the ring of Saturns. And when the model tries to predict the genre, it has predicted as science fiction, which is correct. And now the code below here is to test more data, whether the model predicts it correctly or not. So using this, we are importing from a folder called text. And inside those texts has different storybooks. And whether it is fiction or non-fiction books. So when we try to predict what kind of genre is text 1, text 2 until text 7, it has been inferred that, let's say, we have text 1 here. Yeah, text 1 here, it is a romance book. And in the model here, it has been predicted accurately as romance. And then let's say text 2 here is fantasy. Let's take a look at text 2. And yes, it does look like fantasy. How about let's see what is text 7? Text 7 is a biography. Let's see if that is correct. Yes, text 7 is a biography about Yu Jae-suk, so it is correct. And so I will return this to Iqbal to mention the methods, results, and the conclusion in our document.
So for the method, uh, so for the method here, we use data collection here. The label dataset which we have here is we have 7 genres, and then for the text pre-process, this is the code reference is from the Python script, and then for the text pre-processing, so we use the bird tokenizer, and then for the feature extraction, it's handled implicitly by bird using a contextual embeddings, and then for the model training, as you can see here, is the same as the code. We use bird for the sequence classifications, and then for the evaluation matrix, it's conducted on a test splits, such like on the 20% of the data, and then the prediction example, as you can see, it's the same on the Python script. The model predicted the data correctly. For the results obtained, um, the model training performance, the model was trained for 10 epoch, with its performance evaluated against a validation set at the end of each epoch. So the training process showed a clear trend of improvement with the model effectively learning to distinguish between the 7 genre. So you can see here, this is the table. As shown, both the training loss and the validation loss consistently decreased over 10 epoch, indicating that the model was successfully learning from the data without significantly overfitting. The training loss started at 1.8555 and ended at 0.8830, while the validation loss dropped from 1.7933 to 1.1061. The accuracy on the validation set saw a significant improvement, starting at around 42.9% and reaching a peak of 78.6% in the final epoch. This demonstrates that the model became progressively better at correctly classifying the genre of unseen text snippets. And then the second is the prediction on new data. As Simfoni explained before, we have two methods here, two cases. The first one is using manually input the sentence to the code, as you can see here. The sentence is the spaceship silently drifted past the rings of Saturn. And then the model prediction correctly predicted the data to be in a science fiction. And then case 2, using the txt file, we uploaded the file directly to the script, and then in this example, we want to know what text one genre is, and then the model correctly predicted that text one is romance genre. So the conclusion of this project successfully demonstrates the viability of using a pre-trained transformer model for automated genre classification. By fine-tuning a bird-based uncase model on a custom dataset of 7 distinct genres, we develop a system capable of accurately categorizing text snippets, achieving peak validation accuracy of 78.6%. The model's performance, characterized by a steady decrease in both training and validation loss, indicates an effective learning and good generalization. Furthermore, the successful prediction on new unseen data confirms that the model can be practically applied to classify text, fulfilling the project's primary objective to create a tool that can assist with library management and digital content organization. I think that's all from us. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.